Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. So we are here, we are live. We've got some Mohamed Kudus news. We've got Gabriel Jesus news, maybe. Samba Conga, is he staying? Is he going? Also, we've got some Balogun news as well. Is he staying? Is he going? We'll get into this one on the other side of this music intro. Yeah, welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yeah, we are live and direct from somewhere across the universe, at least. But what you can do for us, or for the community at least, is just click the like button. It says it somewhere down here. Click the like button, Cannon Fodder TV. You don't have to subscribe. It's free. It is free. Just to pick up your finger and anyway. Also coming to a live chat somewhere on Mohamed Kudus' image there. We're going to be talking about him in just a little while. But I kid you not, you can actually, yeah, comment, and you see your comment come on top of Mohamed Kudus' image. Try it. Try it. Like now. Okay, maybe not. And also, we're going to be talking about Balogun, I think, in some shape or form. And actually, as well, Gabriel Magalhães. Is he going to be going somewhere? Or is he going to be staying? Do you know what? Let's get into this one. So, the first up, we're going to be talking about Albert Sambi Lokonga, looking so proud of himself, pointing to the badge there a couple of seasons ago. But anyway, Brighton turned their attention to Arsenal midfielder Sambi Lokonga. Brighton have reportedly turned their attention to acquiring Albert Sam Lokonga after their talks with Lille's Carlos Baleba stalled. Robert Lazarbi's side, who have enjoyed a near perfect start to the new campaign, looked set to complete a £25 million deal for the 19-year-old midfielder on Monday, but have now made an about face turn direction to Samuel Lokonga. And as they look to reinvest the £150 million received in the sales of Alexis McAllister and Moises Caicedo. Now, according to a particular radio station, the 23-year-old, Samuel Lokonga, is now being pursued by the Seagulls, who will look to bring the Belgium into the Amex Stadium, initially on loan. Now, Lokonga, who joined Arsenal back in 2021 for £15 million, made just 9 league appearances on loan at Crystal Palace last season, and doesn't appear to be part of the plans for Mikel Arteta. Now, I'll tell you where I stand on this deal here. I said that maybe going to, was it Burnley, could be a good move for him. Anywhere else might sound like a good deal for him. But I don't know. It's like, are we quick to get rid of Samuel Conga? Was he not supposed to be, I don't know, prepared to be a replacement for the X-Man, Granit Xhaka? And all of a sudden now he's not in Mikel Arteta's plans, and it's like we're looking to get rid of him any which way but loose. Ideally, ideally, I would have liked him, if it is true, to go to Burnley. Yeah, remember Vincent Company has spoken so highly of the midfielder. Um, but also, I would probably say Brighton is also a good move for him. With how long do we have now? We've got just over a week now left in the transfer window for Samuel Conga and Arsenal and then maybe another third party to get their act together. Otherwise, it could be another period of out in the cold for Samuel Conga. I do feel sorry for him, but it's just how football is, isn't it? In one next minute, out the next minute, then where are you? Caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't know what I'm talking about actually. But in regards to Samuel Conga, I just hope that the club, Arsenal, resolve the situation a lot quicker. Because even looking at the documentary All or Nothing or All or Something, it kind of came across as being somebody who's not quite happy, literally not getting any game time. So again, I hope Arsenal resolves the situation wherever he ends up. And you can still comment on top of Mohamed Kudus' image. I can see, yeah, Tony has commented on top of the image there. Right, second segment, a live wire. Where is he? Balogun. Um, my goodness, and it's like I don't know. We've got like nearly young men who have the potential to make it if only the club will give them the opportunity. I don't know. Anyway, Monaco prepare improve from Balogun bids. The striker has been deemed surplus to requirements at the Emirates Stadium, but the club still value him at £50 million. That's a lot of money, man, for someone who when I say they, I mean the club Arsenal, don't I don't have not given him a good run in the first team. So how can you value a player at £50 million? That's a weird one for me. But anyway, the Mail Sport understands that since arriving back from a loan spell at Reims last season, Balogun has spent part of the summer away from the first team training. The 22-year-old has not been named in a matchday squad for either of Arsenal's first two games of the season. A number of clubs have registered an interest in Balogun this summer. Chelsea, West Ham and Tottenham are among the teams there to have inquired about him. But it's understood that Arsenal would inflate Balogun's asking price to sell to a direct Premier League rival. Really? You want to sell one of our brightest young starlets to a Premier League rival? I don't believe that. AC Milan and Inter Milan have shown interest, but it's Monaco who are believed to be most advanced in their race to land United States international. Again, rock and hard place comes to mind. What's your thoughts about Balogun? Balogun, should we keep him? I know we're going to be talking about. Are we going to be talking about Gabriel Jesus? I don't think so. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him. But I don't know. Where do you stand with Balogun? Where do you stand with Balogun? Do you think he deserves game time? Or do you think we should cash in on him? You know, selling these players, our crown jewels. Do you know where I stand? Keep him. Because you never know. An insurance policy, players will get injured, they'll get suspended, they'll get injured again and then suspended, and they get caught short. And we're thinking, oh, if only we didn't sell that player. If only we had listened to Uncle Alex on Canon Fodder TV. If only. Anyhow, come into the live chat and let me know your thoughts about Balogun. So far, Tony's the only one in the live chat. Sort yourselves out. All right. The next one. Now, I don't know what's going to happen to this defender here, Gabriel Magalhães. Really. Arsenal could still sell Gabriel Magalhães if they can sign an upgrade before the window closes. This comes from the Metro. Arsenal could still cash in on Gabriel Magalhães before the transfer window closes. That's why Mikel Arteta swatting away speculation earlier this week. There has been speculation that Gabriel is attracting interest from Saudi Arabia and could be allowed to leave after falling down the pecking order at the Emirates. Has he fallen down the pecking order? I don't think he's fallen down the pecking order. Anyway, Arteta insists that that was not the case on Monday night after a hard-fought win against Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace. But the Daily Mail again have suggested that 25-year-old's future remains in doubt. Several clubs in Saudi Arabia have been exploring the deal, and they remain keen to lure Gabriel to the Middle East. Real Madrid also weighed in on a move as they look to bring in cover for Gabriel's compatriot Ada Militao, who suffered ACL. Oh my goodness, man. Regular occurrences and will miss most of the season. While it's still more likely that Gabriel will remain at Arsenal, there remains a small chance that the Gunners could sell him before the transfer window closes. I personally don't believe that he will go, but you know what? As I say, money talks and money silences. So who is to know, apart from Gabriel Magalhães himself and his agent and maybe the dog or the cat? Remains to be seen. We go onwards. We go onwards. I imagine a lot of you probably been waiting for this news. What news are you waiting for? Well, I don't know. Mohamed Kudus, what's happening to Mohamed Kudus? I tell you what, he's not coming to Arsenal. Why? Because West Ham are on the verge of agreeing a transfer for Mohamed Kudus with a new £38 million bid set to be accepted by Ajax. The Hammers have submitted an offer worth £35 million with a further £3 million in potential add-ons. 10% sell-on clause will also be included. West Ham are confident that the Dutch side will accept after seeing a previous lesser bid turned down, and he won't be coming to Arsenal. I'm sorry to upset a lot of you, but I know I kind of did a mock-up of him wearing that third kit that I can't stand, but he will not be coming to Arsenal. And you know what? These have been the news segments currently running on this show over here in Canon Fodder TV land. And you can still comment on top of Mohamed Kudus' image. That's right, I said it. Go and tell your mum and dad that Alex on Canon Fodder TV said it. I said it. All right. All right. So what I need to do is just to tell you guys just one thing between now and me talking and continuing about Canon Fodder TV news. There's a small possibility that I might have to cut short the live show because I'm expecting a very, very important phone call. I kid you not. So it won't last more than 2 minutes. Once I hear the phone ringing, I'll put on some snazzy music for you to listen to. But I will be back if the phone rings between now and maybe 10, 15, or maybe 20 minutes. I'm just giving you a little heads up. All right. Let me go into our Twitter feed and see if there's been any comments thus far, or any retweets or anything like that. Nope, nothing there. And I can go onto the platform now, YouTube platform, and we can talk about the poll that I did yesterday. I believe it was yesterday. It was yesterday. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. And it was regards to who do you keep? Who would you keep amongst these players here? Rob Holding, Samuel Congo, Nico Pepe, Florian Balogun, or Nuno Tavares? Who are you going to keep? Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. They won't help you. So who are you going to keep? We have received, I'll tell you what, I don't know how we do it. Really, I remember when we did the polls, started doing the poll like almost 5 years ago. Was it 5 years ago? 5 years ago. And we were doing the fan comments, and then I said, we'll start to do the polls. And we got maybe 4 votes, 5 votes, 3 votes. Up until this point, we have got, we're averaging over 1,100 votes on each poll question we do. And this one, we've got 1,200 votes. So thank you for that. 6 comments. I'm liking the likes. I'm liking the likes. I love the likes. 45 likes. So here we go now. So who are you going to keep at Arsenal? Which one player, there can be only one, are you going to keep? On 2% of the keepers, Sambi Lakonga, 2%. 3% of the keeps, Nuno Tavares. 7% of the keeps, I'm a little bit surprised about this, Rob Holding, I will keep him. 16% of the keeps, Nico Pepe, I'm really surprised. Am I surprised? I'm surprised actually, it's so high actually. And on 73% of the votes, not the keeps, the votes, the keeps, is Florian Balogun. You have voted to keep Florian Balogun, and I completely agree with you, apart from Rob Holding and Samuel Conga. You can only choose one, Alex. You can only choose one. But we will probably read this one until tomorrow, and then at that point we'll probably think of a different poll question that might upset you. Yeah. You don't like the poll questions, do you? Don't like it. You don't like it. All right. I think now can we go into the live? Can we go to the live comments? I think we can. We can. Right. So Tony, pugilistic boy. Pow, pow, pow. Hey, Tony, man. How come you know so many famous people? I see you like profiling with the photos of these like basketball players and NFL players and football players, and you're posing like, you know, too many famous people, man. I might have to ask for your. I don't know, man. You might have to. Can you give me your autograph, please, Tony? I'm envious. Anyway, he says, afternoon, Alex. Afternoon to you, famous Tony, pugilistic boy. West Ham United are finalising deals on a deal worth. Yeah, I just said that actually. Yeah. Ajax midfielder Mohamed Kudus, another Premier League club, is thought to have come in late. But the player wants to go to West Ham, not to Arsenal. So don't ask me about what's happened to Mohamed Kudus. He's not coming to Arsenal. Just said it. He won't get game time. Who are you talking about? Samuel Lokonga, I imagine. We have Jesus, Nketiah, Havertz, Trossard, and Martinelli. And buy Ivan Toney in January. Tony, did you see the interview that Ivan Toney did? Do you know what? He reminded me of a younger version of a couple of children that I used to support, kind of mentor, in a school in Tottenham. I can't mention the school's name, and I can't mention the children's name. But he's the way he spoke and his features. Of course, he's more manly now. But I'm thinking, you look like a couple of children who I used to support in the classroom. But anyway, I'm showing my age now. But yeah, Tony, what do you think of, if you have seen it, what Ivan Toney said about his suspension, 8 months, and he didn't know? Yeah. You remember, what was his name? Shaggy. It wasn't me. Was it you? It wasn't me. That's the first that came to mind. Anyway, Emerson says, even Alex, I need to leave for gym and delivering boxing classes. Nice one. Keeping yourself busy. Yes, brother. Thank you for that. Enjoy your evening. And you too, Tony, enjoy your evening. I'd like to give you guys a quick heads up. I might need to cut a dash. If the phone starts to ring, it's an important phone call that I've been waiting for. What I will do, I'll put some music on just to keep you engaged if I do have to run and answer the phone. All right. So what else was there? I was going to talk about Gabriel Jesus. I think you probably see this. There's been some videos on YouTube. He's back in training, apparently, a little bit ahead of time. I don't imagine that he'll be playing in the next game against Fulham. I've got to double check. Is that a home game or is it an away game? Let's have a quick look. I've completely forgotten. Let's have a look. Right, so it is a home game on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. I would think it's the game that's probably come too soon for Gabriel Jesus. He won't be match fit. There's no way. And if we were to play him, I mean, that's high risk, isn't it? Fearing that we might compound the injury. So, yeah, training to get fit is completely different from being match fit. It won't happen. Anyway, I hope not anyway. And what else were we going to talk about? Yeah, well, we already spoke about Balogun and Samuel Lokonga. Again, who knows where the destinations might be. And in regards to Gabriel Magalhães, like I said jokingly, that money talks, but money also silences. Would he be happy to leave Arsenal? And has he fallen down the pecking order? I don't think he has. I think he's still going to be, maybe the best partnership with William Saliba. But I can't imagine that he will leave. But again, who knows? Who knows? So it's sunk in my eye. Right. Okay. Just kind of refreshing the page and see if we have any other news. Okay. Just kind of off the beaten track. I've been watching Simon Says, his podcast, and he's had Thierry Henry. I think maybe, I'm not sure how when it was recorded, but Thierry Henry was saying that people talk about Arsene Wenger, of course, the professor, but if it were not for the likes of of the British players, I'm not going to single any of the British players who played for Arsenal at that time, teaching him how or what the Arsenal way was, Thierry would not have been the player that he was when he was at Arsenal. I think that's quite interesting because people do say, Arsene Wenger, he revolutionised football and did this and that, but Thierry himself that it was the players who were there. So your David Seamans, and your Dickoffs, your Winterburns, your Tony Adams. It was those players there happened to be the back four who showed him the Arsenal way. I was thinking, wow, that's very very interesting. So check it out. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It's in the Seaman Says podcast there. Well, very very interesting. All right, come on, come in with your comments. Otherwise, we'll wrap this one up before you can say boo. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let the live chat populate a little bit more. If it doesn't populate more, then we'll just call the live show to an end. It might work in my favor because I am waiting for a very important phone call, which should be coming within the next 10, 15 minutes. So if any more comments, again, maybe you might want to ask me questions about Mohamed Kudus. He won't be coming to Arsenal. He's not coming to Arsenal. Most likely destination will be West Ham. They're putting the bids, I would say probably tops £40 million. So yeah, don't ask me the questions about, Mohamed. Is Mohamed Kudus coming to Arsenal? He won't be. But anyway, let's give the live chat some time to kind of populate somewhat. And I'll be back in just 2 ticks.
Oh, what was that? What was that?
What was that? Hi, my name is Alex, and as you can see, I earned £40 in cryptocurrency passively. Now, if you want to know how I did it, send me an email at arsenalpublic1@gmail.com, or alternatively, send me a WhatsApp message at 447949360 and maybe you too can earn cryptocurrency passively whilst you eat, sleep, drink, have a shower. All right, okay. So, so the idea of that, again, if you want to know some more information, just send me an email. The email is in the description box. If you want to earn some extra rewards in your pocket, your wallet, or your pocket, send me an email. What was I going to say? I was going to say very, very quickly is that we are now looking for new female content creators to join our community of contributors or panelists. And I think I've since received some information from John Nagee Zaguna that we might have one or two. But if you're watching me now and you are a female Arsenal supporter and you'd like to kind of come onto the channel, again, send me an email, arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. We're always trying to diversify and improve and, I don't know, make bigger our pool or panel of guests that can form part of the community here on Canon Fodder TV. Right, so let's have a final look before I wrap up this one here. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, so what I'm going to do, let me just review very, very quickly the news of today, at least. So first up, we spoke about Albert Sambi Lokonga, and it appears that Brighton have reportedly turned their attention to acquiring Sambi Lokonga after talks with Lille's Carlos Balebe Baleba installed. Robert De Zerbi's side, who have enjoyed a near perfect start to the new campaign, look set to complete a £25.6 million deal for the 19-year-old midfielder on Monday, but have now made a about-face turn into the direction of the unwanted midfielder as they look to reinvest £150 million received in the sale of Alexis McAllister and Moises Caicedo. Now, according to a radio station, the 23-year-old, that's Samuel Conga, is now being pursued by the Seagulls, who will look to bring in the Belgium to the Amex Stadium initially on loan. Now, Lokonga, who joined Arsenal in 2021 for £15 million, made just 9 league appearances on loan at Crystal Palace last season. And it's not part of the plans for Gunners boss Mikel Arteta. And actually, like I said from the beginning, I'm just thinking, where would be the best destination for Samuel Lokonga? Where is it? Where does his future lie? Does it really lie away from Arsenal? Should he be looking to get away from Arsenal or try and fight for his place at Arsenal? I don't know, because we did say about this. It would appear that maybe Burnley is the best place for him because Vincent Kompany knows him. But it seems like he might be going to Brighton if you believe the reports at least. So I don't know. For me personally, I'm none the wiser. Samuel Lokonga. I do feel sorry for him because from my memory, I thought he was supposed to be the replacement or preparing him to be the replacement for a Granit Xhaka. It just hasn't worked out for whatever reason. But we've only got how many more days? So today's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got over a week to get the business done if he is to leave Arsenal, whether it's on a permanent deal or on a loan. Next we spoke about was Gabriel Magalhães. The report from the Metro says Arsenal could still sell Magalhães if they can sign an upgrade before the window closes. Arsenal can still cash in on Magalhães before the transfer window closes, despite Mikel Arteta swatting away speculation earlier this week. There has been speculation that Gabriel is attracting interest from Saudi Arabia and could be allowed to leave after falling down the pecking order. I don't think he's falling down the pecking order. I find it hard to believe. But anyway, Arteta insists that was not the case on Monday night after a hard-fought 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. But the Daily Mail has suggested that the 25-year-old's future remains in doubt. Several clubs in Saudi Arabia have been exploring a deal, and they remain keen to lure Gabriel to the Middle East. Real Madrid are also weighing up a move as they look to bring in cover for Gabriel's compatriot Ada Militao, who suffered an ACL injury and will miss most of the season. Now, whilst it's still more likely that Gabriel will remain at North London, Arsenal, there remains a small chance that the Gunners could sell him before the transfer window closes. I don't know, man. I don't believe that he's fallen down the pecking order. I find it really hard to believe. Tactically, I don't know. Tactically, playing Thomas Partey at right back, man, I'm going to have kittens about that. Don't do it, Mikel. Don't do it. But who knows? There's still over a week left for the player to change his mind. And this other thing that came to mind is like, oh yeah, well, the player, probably move or he might stay. What about his family and friends? His family. They've got to. When you've moved from one club in the same country to another club, the locality is I can understand it. But when you've moved from one country to another country, I'm thinking, right, so what happens if it is Saudi Arabia? Got to be clear in your minds whether you're going to keep the player or sell the player, because the player has all those other things to be thinking about. I don't know, man. I don't know. Really, I don't know. And then we spoke about Balogun. Monaco prepare improved following Balogun bids. The striker has been deemed surplus to requirements at the Emirates Stadium, but the club still value him at £50 million. Again, according to the Mail Sport, understands that since arriving back from his loan spell at Reims last season, Balogun has spent part of the summer away from first team training. Not a good sign. The 20-year-old has been named in the match day, has not been named in the match day squad for the first two games of the season. A number of clubs have registered interest in Balogun this summer. Chelsea, West Ham, and Tottenham are among the teams to have inquired. But it's understood that Arsenal would increase Balogun's asking price to sell to a direct Premier League rival. I find it hard to believe. AC Milan and Inter Milan have shown interest, but it is Monaco who are believed to be most advanced in the race to sign and land the USA international. I don't know, man. I don't know. Got to keep him, personally. I will keep him. But what do I know? What do I know? And last but not least, the man who's to the left of me, the right of me, Mohamed Kudus, he won't be signed for Arsenal. He will not be signing for Arsenal. Why, Alex? Why? Well, because the Hammers, West Ham, are on the verge of agreeing a transfer for him with a new £38 million bid to be accepted by Ajax, they reckon. So please don't ask me any more questions about Mohamed Kudus. As far as I understand, Mohamed Kudus will not, I repeat, he will not be coming to Arsenal. And these or those have been the new segments that I've repeated for a second time. I used to do it before, but yeah, repeating new segments, nah. Let's have a last look at the question that we have posed on the platform, the YouTube platform that is. And that question has been, who you going to keep? Yeah, who do you keep? Which one player would you keep out of these names? Rob Holding, Samuel Lokonga, Nico Pepe, Florent Balogun, Nuno Tavares. And I actually said there that I've been humbled over the last 2-3 years for the amount of votes we get on these questions here, averaging over 1,000 votes. Thank you so very much on that. 6 comments and 45 likes. So far, Florent Balogun is an outright winner on 73% of the votes, followed by Nico Pepe on 16%, and the also-rans are Rob Holding third place, 7%, Nuno Tavares 3%, and Sam Lokonga on 2%. So I'll say for now that Florent Balogun is your chosen one that you would like to keep at Arsenal. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go through this last comments here before we wrap up this one. Another one from Emerson who says about Kieran Tierney could be on his way to Real Sociedad on loan as he missed training today. Another player I feel sorry for. He's not done anything wrong. I think because there's been some question marks about his fitness. He came from Celtic with a history of being, a player that can get injured, cannot sustain playing the whole season without getting injured. But I think even if he kept injury free, the arrival of Zinchenko was a knell to his Arsenal career. And of course, I'm telling you, players want to play. I don't care who you are, how old you are, what positions you are. Players want to play. It's easy for them just to be sat on the bench. Okay, I'm earning, how much per week going to pay me? But I want to play. Kieran Tierney, it could be Newcastle. Brendan Rodgers has been saying that, we're not going to talk about players who are not our players. We know, his history of playing for Celtic. So for me, there's still a question mark where if Kieran Tierney will leave Arsenal. Who knows? It might be Real Sociedad. It could be Newcastle. It could be back to Celtic. Glenmin says, evening Alex, how's your bro? I'm good, thank you very much, my brother. I'm good, thank you. Aruma Mikel Arteta has spoken to Pepe about him coming back into the squad. Yeah, I spoke about that. What was it, yesterday? And actually, I was just having a little... Who was I talking to about Nico Pepe coming back? Actually, it was yesterday, on yesterday's show with brother Isaac. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Glenwyn. Dear. Kieran Tierney not training either, but Real Sociedad in talks for a loan. Who knows, man? Who knows? Right. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna end it here. We're running for just short of 35 minutes without the phone ringing. I did say, I'm probably gonna have to shoot off because I'm expecting a very, very important phone call, and the phone hasn't rung yet. And I'm just thinking there's something else I had to say, but can't remember. Can't remember. I don't know if it's a bad idea. Well, do you know what? As much as I respect Brother Isaac's opinion, it's redemption, the word redemption, to redeem yourself, to get back. He put it like this: when you've got a player who's playing, and you know how certain section of the fan base has been feeling about this player. I talk about the X-Man. He's been playing and he's redeemed himself by playing and got maybe one good season out of 7. But when you've got a player who's not played, he's been loaned out, is it not more difficult to have him the opportunity to redeem himself? I don't know. Has that got anything to do with it? For me, I don't. He's not done anything wrong compared to. The point I'm trying to make is when you've got a player who did what he did, and we kind of forgave him, and Mikel Arteta, I'm sure, would have loved Granit Xhaka to stay one more season. But then you got Nico Pepe for whether it's like tactical reasons or he wasn't someone who's going to track back. Was that so bad that we had to loan him out? Can't 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 he be afforded the opportunity to redeem himself? Surely. And as we know, Glenn Wynn, you looking at Bukayo Saka, we're talking about playing 82 consecutive games. There is no person playing in that position can be his natural competitor. Don't talk to me about Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson is not that guy to come and compete for that position there. It could be Nico Pepe. And you're probably thinking, well, but we're giving him so many opportunities. And I think Nico Pepe said, well, you know what? Maybe I could have made a difference last season, but it's down to the manager. So I think he would love to play for Arsenal, but he would want the assurances in his last year, whether we're going to extend the contract or not. I think he would like to be given one last opportunity to show us what he can do. I don't have his stats, unfortunately, but I don't know. Redemption, to redeem, to get back. I'm only saying. Our resident Liverpool supporter Carl is in the house. Carl, you need to send me your number if you want to be part of the CFTV crew, WhatsApp crew, the Canon 40 TV crew on WhatsApp, if you want to, or maybe you're probably just joking. But if you want to be part of the group, man, just send me DM your number and I'll put you in the group there. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So you got the Arsenal score right. Just call me a genius. I think I'll stick to calling you Carl. Here's a question for you. How much longer is Jurgen Klopp going to last at Liverpool? There's a question for you. Oh, nice one, fella. Good. Because the thing is, I'll tell you this now. In the course of more than 5 years of doing Channel 40 TV, even though it was like we called it Arsenal Republic in the early days, then we had to change the name for a particular reason. We've had so many subscribers from who support Liverpool, Doncaster Rovers, Southampton, Liverpool, Man United. So, although we talk 99.9% about Arsenal, we're not adverse to having, people who support other clubs. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. So, fella, you are more than welcome to come in live chat. You know that. You're more than welcome to come and be part of the WhatsApp group. I have since been told by John Nagiza that my request for female contributors has been responded and answered. So expect to see at least 3 female contributors. And I'm so happy because we need to show that we diversify. We have, you know, people who are, I don't know, black, white, green, yellow, male, female, and indifferent on the platform. So I'm happy to see that, that call to arms for more female contributors to be part of Can Afford TV, our community. I'm so happy to hear that. So expect to see some new faces next week. And I'm so excited. So excited. What? I hope Klopp stays 5 more years. Are you serious? Get out of it, man. You're not serious. 5 more years? Make him sound like a president. 5 more years. He won't last that long, I don't think. I have the perfect face for radio. So do I. And by the way, please don't ask me the questions about Mohamed Kudus. He's not coming to Arsenal. He will be going to West Ham, most likely, not to Arsenal. I know he's been given his name as the perfect package. He can defend, he can attack, he can score goals. Not for Arsenal. He won't be coming to Arsenal. All right. I think we've probably coming to an end now. Going a little bit longer than I actually thought I would. Soon a phone call. Wait to a phone call. With Salah, want to hear what Saudi want to pay for him. Yeah. I know you said that. Yeah, Fenway out. Yeah. Fenway, and I thought we had it back at Arsenal. Well, I'm sure a lot of people say, but had it so bad? We've got it so good, Alex. We've got KSE, not KFC. We've got KSE, Josh and Stan at the helm. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Please just give me a new owner. We need a new owner, man. Anyway, how do you know? How do you know they're rubbish? I don't know. Is it just me? Or does Mohamed Salah look like he's probably thinking? To me, it's just like, is he just cruising because he's achieved almost everything, all by winning the World Cup? Can't do that with Liverpool, a Club World Cup at least. I don't know. What do I know? All right. Any more comments before I wrap up this one? Let's have a look here. We have just been talking about Sambi Lokonga. Can I find his image with Sambi Lokonga? Sambi Lokonga. Most likely his destination might be Brighton, if you believe the rumours and the reports. But I'll tell you one thing though, Roberto De Zerbi and Brighton and the ownerships and the scouts, they do a great job over there. I was watching a video the other day from the Athletic, and what a video explaining, how are Brighton able to do what they do. Recruitment, man. Recruitment. Looking for a particular type of player to fit the system they want, and it works. And in the end, they sell players. I mean, Caicedo, McAllister. Anyway, the point I want to make is that his destination might be Brighton. It wouldn't be a bad move, but I thought Burnley would have been a good move for him, knowing fully well that Vincent Kompany, the manager there, knows him. But who knows where Samuel Lokonga is going to feature and play next season. Another player we spoke about just within his last half hour, 45 minutes, is Balogun. And it appears that Monaco are preparing an improved bid for Florian Balogun. And Arsenal value him at £50 million. I think £50 million for a player who's only played 2 games in the Premier League. Was that 21/22 season, methinks? Only 2 games in the Premier League, and you value him at £50 million. To me, that's sending a signal, I think, that you don't really want to sell Balogun. £50 million. Anyway, the 22-year-old has not featured any of the first 2 games of the season. And Chelsea, West Ham, and Denmark down the road are among of the clubs who have been inquiring about him. Also, the Milans, AC, and Inter have shown an interest in him. But this report says that Monaco are believed to be the front runners to sign the United States international at least. Interesting. Then we spoke about this guy here, Gabriel Magalhães. I don't know. Is he going to be going to the Middle East? And is it? Do you think he's gone down the pecking order? I don't think so. I don't think so. Last but not least, we did speak about the gentleman who will not be coming to Arsenal. Do not ask me any questions about Mohamed Kudus, even though I've done a mock-up image of him wearing that third kit that I can't stand. What happened to the regular colours? You know, the red and white home kit, and you know the yellow and a slight tint of blue for away kits. What's this? What's this? I've got a headache. I've got a headache. All right, last time live chat, and then we're going to be finished. Oh, all right, okay. Klopp in. I meant. How do you feel, Long Kong? Well, I've just said, yeah. I would have thought that his best destination would have been ideally to stay and fight for his place at Arsenal, because I thought he was supposed to be. I thought Arsenal was supposed to be preparing him to be the replacement for the X-Man. Wasn't that supposed to be the case? Anyway, so I thought Burnley, Vincent Company, no, maybe Brighton, maybe Brighton. I have a few good contacts that are well connected with Liverpool. News 90% what it said is rubbish. I understand. It's been rumoured that, it's been reported that, it's been said this. Are they going to make him into a Basuma Caicedo? Who knows, man? Who knows? The problem is rubbish does stick sometimes. Well, I have a saying that, you know, rumours and lies travels around very, very quickly before the truth can get her shoes on. Yeah, people love to hear the rumours and you hear the gossip. Gossip travels quick. The truth, not so. Not so. And that 50 million will be based on the loan spell, but Kroenke knows he will make 100 profit on this deal. Of course he will. Of course he will. Money, show me the money. Do you know what? We have come to an end and still no phone call. Because I did say like half an hour ago that I might have to cut the live show short. I'm expecting a phone call, an important phone call, and the phone call hasn't come yet. They've still got 10 minutes. But in regards to us, at least, we're finished. So let me refresh the page and see where we are with the latest poll question that we did yesterday. It was yesterday. And the poll question was, who do you keep? Who are you going to keep out of these players? And the players who I chose there, I mean, the list could have been extended more, but on YouTube, I think we're only limited to 5 spots there when you do the poll question. So who are you going to keep? Who do you keep? Rob Holding, Samuel Lokonga, Nico Pepe, Florian Balogun, or Nuno Tavares? You forgot about him, didn't you? Yeah, I know, I can see that. Oh yeah, Nuno Tavares. 1,200 votes, I kid you not. 6 comments and 45 likes. I'm liking the likes. Thank you. 2% voted to keep Samuel Lokonga. 3% voted for Nuno Tavares to keep. 7% wanted to keep Rob Holding. 16% wanted to keep Nico Pepe, you horrible lot. And a whopping 73% wanted to keep the young Florian Balogun. I completely agree. But I would like to keep Rob Holding and Samuel Lokonga and Nico Pepe. Nuno Tavares, not so much. Not so much. All right. Okay. Good stream, Carl says. Thank you for that, Carl. Thank you for that. Don't forget to send me your numbers, your digits on Twitter, and I'll add you to the CFTV group. Yeah, we sound like a bunch of henchmen, but we're not. We're all right. Okay. No, 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 no. He doesn't. Listen, he's no. And this is where I kind of get frustrated with some sections of the fan base. When William Saliba was injured, as squad depth or squad player, who are you going to choose? Rob Holding. Rob Holding is no William Saliba. I understand that, and they should understand that. But I get so frustrated. Oh, he's a donkey. He doesn't. He can't run. He can't defend. Yes, he can. He can. Just ask Diego Costa. Diego Costa would. Yes, he can. Hey, Carl, all the best with the rubbish. Maybe for choice for Holding. I would keep Rob Holding. Absolute professional. Never complains. Never ever complains. Remember, I'm looking at it as a neutral, though I have nothing to gain and everything to lose. Okay. Do you know what? We have come to an end in this one. And they'll ask me, why am I wearing blue? Because it's just colour, isn't it? My favourite colour. It is my favourite colour. Blue. All right. We are finished. I will be back tomorrow giving some more news segment and rumours. Rubbish rumours. Reports. And more of that stuff there. But until then, before I go, make sure that you do just click the like button. That's all you have to do. We don't ask for subscriptions anymore. So subscriptions for anyone to subscribe. If you want to, you can. It's free. But we'd far rather you just click the like button. That's all you've got to do. I don't know what I'm talking about that for. Carl, thank you for that. And to you watching me over there, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm pointing to you. Listen to me over here, gassing on, talking about Arsenal and a little bit about Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp and the Arsenal way. Thank you very much. Until then, I'll be back tomorrow giving some more live news segments. And this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.